Galactic Grandmother, Heart to Heart. My name is April, and my special returning guest is Maqua Iqua from Mount Shasta. And this is part 3 of a series that we're doing about Telos, the interdimensional city in Mount Shasta. Last time we talked about the shamanic journey, what it was. And today we're going to talk about what participants can expect to see, perhaps experience in Telos.
I would like to just share, like when I take people, what happens to them, because I don't know when people go in meditation, what they are experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go to Telos, like High Priest, the Dharma, and the Telos and healing team, which all work together with me, like on behalf of supporting humanity in their transformation to really rise their vibration fast. So they're all here to welcome people big time. They're super happy to have people come back home, because most likely when people feel called to do a journey to Telos, they had past lives in Lemuria and they don't remember it yet, but on a subconscious level, they feel called in. And it's even more magical when they have incredible experiences, because sometimes they get to see past lives in Lemuria, what happened and who they are, and to see really what's possible for people in a different realm. For example, when we go to Telos, High Priest the Dharma is greeting people most likely forehead to forehead or telepathically. So people have the opportunity right there on the spot to talk with him and ask questions, and he may get downloads and healing right on the spot. There are many possibilities what people can experience. One big part of it is going to the hospital, or like a really great atmosphere, and they have the greatest and newest med bed technology. So you can take all your ailments, all your illnesses, emotional issues, whatever bothers you in your life, basically, you can go to the hospital and ask for support, because they're more than welcome to help you with any given issue. People have reported incredible healings. I had one veteran, he's in his late 60s and he was in the Vietnam War in his 20s, and he came back and he got injured and he had back pain for nearly 50 years. And he went to every doctor he could find, and he came to Telos 3 times and asked for healing of his back, and magic happened. He's completely pain-free. You cannot make it up. The transformation is beyond of the beyond. It would go on and on just around the healing, what happens for people. People come in and they come out and there's no pain. So then we have, of course, the really famous spa in Telos, which is something absolutely unique. There's beautiful massage tables with crystals. They have water feature sound healing. They have huge crystals where you can lie in and be enveloped and like get all this healing and transformation in your cellular memory from the crystalline information. Beautiful places to hang out in the spa. So when people come and they feel really exhausted and tired and they feel just they need to have a place to rest, so to speak, a retreat, that's a perfect place to go for them. And when they come out, most likely they feel absolutely rejuvenated. I had one nurse, he said after one time spa, he felt more rested in 6 months.
And I've personally experienced the spa several times, and I always go to these crystal baths with different colored waters. I love the sparkly pink crystal bath. I know there's other colors. Can you talk about that?
Yes, they have beautiful ponds and they have all different colors of water, also connected to the chakra system. So when people need to have release, or like when they need to have a certain frequency, what they need right now in their healing, they can go to different ponds, and most likely they're guided which water color is like exactly right for them. People absolutely enjoy it because it's not even normal water. It's mostly a thicker water, nearly like a plasma, which has healing frequencies. And so people come out and they feel just completely relaxed and rejuvenated.
Mount Shasta is known for people seeing spacecraft going in and out. Can you explain why we might see that?
Yes, that's also part of our journeys when we go there. There's actually a council of 12, which is a combination out of different star nations. So it makes absolutely sense that people see spaceships coming in and out, because they have council meetings on a regular basis. They have this big room with a huge table, and all those beings, those star beings from different star nations are here. And of course, they look different. They can be blue, they are green, they have like pointy ears. They look completely different than earthly beings, human beings. There's like likely a conference room with a chair open for our participants to participate in a meeting. Sometimes they just need to listen what's happening, because this Council of 12 is here to support humanity in rising our vibration, but also they're here to help us individually to help our vibration. What people really need to be aware of, they cannot help us in any form or shape if we don't ask, because it's all by free will. They cannot interfere with our life and rearrange situations. We need to ask for support. We need to ask to go there. So, but when we go there, really often people get clarity when they ask questions. They do interviews. They can ask for their purpose. They can ask for the next steps. Or it's magic what people really receive in those meetings. So that's a big part of people going to Telos.
What does it look like? What can people expect that Telos looks like?
That's really a tricky question, because I truly believe everybody gets to see what they are ready to see. And I think also it depends on their vibration. So I believe there's not one picture what really could describe how Telos looks like. And people get exactly those images they can handle, how they feel their connection. And really often even the Telosins by itself, it just happened actually yesterday that a participant asked, can you show me your faces more clearly? I cannot see your face. And they actually said like, no, we don't want to really show our face because we don't want to have you hung up in how we look like. It's all about the vibration. They show Telos or Telosity to people, and they can be completely different from one individual to the next.
When I've traveled there, I always seem to land and come into this beautiful park area with tall, tall trees. Off in the distance, I see the skyscrapers in the Galactic Center. So I'm out in the beautiful suburbs.
Interesting. I have heard this like a lot before, and some people, they just come into the healing space where they need to come in. So it's always different when people can be open to the magic, what happens. That's also how they get shown things. How they show it to me, it's really luminous, absolutely sparkly, a lot of crystals, beautiful, big, gigantic rooms, also underneath the earth, and there's so much light coming in. It's just beautiful. But I don't want to even go too much into this, because I always would like to have people have their own experience, that there's like not one way in my experience how it looks like.
All of the previous episodes will be linked down below, as well as Maqua's contact information. So thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. My blessing.